on Tuesday, we talked about how we can pick up on our own movement habits that might be creating some, tension and aches and pains. And I also wanted to mention that it's important not to be judgmental about it. We tend to get upset. Like, it's great when we start noticing those things, but we tend to also get upset about it. Like, oh, I'm doing that thing again, right? I was thinking how it's a difference between an ask and demand, right? When we demand something, we don't really take no for an answer and we get upset about it. So when we tune into our body, it's always the ask mentality that we're after. We ask kindly and we're ready for whatever answer comes our way. Yeah. Okay. And we accept that without judging, because the body is such a complex organism. We never can really pinpoint the reason for whatever, is going on. So, and over time, if we're kind to ourselves and we move slowly, mindfully, and gradually, and we stick to that ask mentality and we accept whatever answer comes our way from the body, you'll feel a big difference in how you live in your body and how you sort of enjoy being in this body more, hopefully. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
We'll start on the belly. We'll soften the belly on a gorgeous ball.
Of course.
We'll use all the same tools and we'll do a similar class to what we did on Tuesday. So slower and tuning into the sensations, adding on this ask mentality. So we're accepting, what we see without judging. Go ahead, lie down onto your belly with the cortis ball under your belly button. You can be up on your forearms and just slowly start and gently moving around, breathing, noticing how your belly feels this morning. And I'll just watch you do this and talk you through this. If you're noticing a part that's gripping, maybe slow down right over that spot. Take a slow, gentle inhale. See if you can expand your belly into that part where you feel the pressure. Hold your breath for a couple of seconds and then exhale through the nose slowly and invite the ball to come in a little bit deeper into the belly. And then move around and massage that spot again. You can steer this move with your toes as well as with your forearms. You're gently pulling and pushing with the forearms. And you can go side to side, top to bottom, and also in a circle. And maybe find one more spot where you feel there's tension or gripping. And see if you can take an inhale into that spot. As you're expanding into the ball, notice how your lower back also expands, becomes more expansive, and rises up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, you're gently softening. And at the bottom, you're sort of shrinking all around the waistline. That's great. And I will come off the gorgeous ball, settle down onto your belly and take a few breaths into the belly, just noticing if now you have that aftertaste of the ball under your belly button, and if you can still expand the belly towards the floor. The air, of course, does not go into the belly. It's our diaphragm that's pressing our organs out. So we're allowing for that movement to happen. So the diaphragm can in fact move down as it contracts, and your chest cavity will enlarge in volume. And then as you soften your belly, the diaphragm releases, goes back up into its original spot, and the chest cavity comes back to its original shape. So 2 more just like that. Inhaling into the belly. Exhaling and softening. All through the nose. Beautiful. See how your neck is feeling. Bring your awareness to your neck. Feel the right side of your neck from below your ear down into your right shoulder. And then the left side of your neck from below your ear to the top of your left shoulder. Tuck your chin in slightly. Inhale into the belly. As you exhale, driving your pelvis into the floor, and see if you can lift your face off the floor 2 inches, keeping your neck nice and long and your chin tucked in. And then slowly down. Beautiful. Inhale into the belly, expand. As you exhale, drive the pelvis into the floor, engage your legs, and lifting the face 2 inches off the floor. The neck stays long. Beautiful. And down. One more time. Make sure you're tucking the chin in slightly. Inhale into the belly. As you exhale, drive the pelvis into the floor, engage your legs, and lifting the face up. Beautiful. And release down. Now glue your right cheek to the back of your left hand. So your gaze is towards your left elbow. Tuck the chin in. Gloria, you're doing well. That's good. That's good. So your right, your shoulder. So move slowly, slowly. Yeah. Inhale into the belly. As you exhale, keep your cheek glued to the back of your left hand and slowly lift your arm, your shoulder, and your head 2 inches off the floor. And then see if you can keep your gaze looking towards your left shoulder. And then slowly down. Beautiful. Try lifting the entire arm so the palm comes off the floor as well. Your cheek stays glued to the back of your hand. Inhale into the belly. As you exhale, drive the pelvis into the floor. Keep your cheek glued to the hand and then lifting your elbow, your palm, your shoulder, and your head off the floor 2 inches. Very nice back. Beautiful. Slowly down. One more time into the belly. As you exhale, drive the pelvis into the floor, engage your legs, and then lift off. Very nice, Gloria. Beautiful. And slowly down. Slowly move your head over to the other side and glue your other cheek to the back of your right hand. There you go. Yeah. So your gaze is directed towards your right elbow. Inhale into the belly, expand. As you exhale, drive your pelvis into the floor, engage your legs, and lift off. Feel the connection between your shoulder blade and your opposite hip. Slowly go down. The legs stay down for this one. Inhale into the belly, expand. As you exhale, first drive the pelvis into the floor, engage your legs, and then lift off. Beautiful. And slowly down. One more time. Inhale into the belly. Exhale, drive the pelvis into the floor, engage your legs, lift off. Feel the connection between the shoulder blade and the opposite hip. Slowly down. Beautiful. Nice. Now turn your head down towards the floor and make a diamond shape with your arms like this. And now press yourself up onto your forearms. Like so. Your elbows are slightly wider than your shoulders, and your elbows are right underneath the shoulders, right? So if you look at me from the side, my arms are not here, they're sort of right under the shoulders, right? So, and I want you to see something in my lower back. Everybody can see it well, right? So, when I lift off, I don't know if you can see it well, maybe this way. When I just lift up like this, see how it's quite a bit of a valley there, right? And now see me engage my legs. So see how this is like a very passive dropping down, and the curve in my lower back quite pronounced. And I inhale into the belly. As I exhale, I drive my pelvis into the floor, and see how it makes the shape of the spine sort of more evenly distributed. So I'm not dropping into my lower back. See, I'm slightly distributing the whole curve a bit more evenly through the lower back. Yeah? So let's try this together. Inhale into the belly. As you exhale, you press your pelvis down into the floor, and you feel that curve sort of lengthen through the lower back. We're not doing much to our forearms, we're just doing the lower back. Inhale into the belly. As you exhale, drive the pelvis into the floor, engage your legs. So try to keep the same engagement through the legs. Keep it there. And now see if you can allow those elevator doors, your shoulder blades, to come towards the spine. And exhale and press. And open the elevator doors. And you keep pressing your hips and your legs down into the floor to keep that curve through the lower back more like longer. Inhale, your elevator doors are closing. Exhale, you push through the forearms, you widen the space between the shoulder blades. Beautiful. Inhale, close the elevator doors. Let's relax the belly, relax the glutes. As you exhale, drive your pelvis into the floor. Feel that curve lengthening through the lower back, and then push through your forearms and widen your shoulder blades. Stay there. Now pretend you're dragging your elbows back to your hips. You'll feel how your shoulder blades are moving down your rib cage. The neck is nice and long. Now slowly turn your head over to your right shoulder. Come back to center. Over to your left shoulder. Come back to center and then relax, soften, take a break here. Release your forehead down onto the floor. Sway your hips side to side. And just sort of register the difference you felt in your lower back when you were engaging the hips, when you were pressing the hips down. How different it felt in your lower back. And let's try it one more time. Let's come up into the forearms. Again, the diamond shape. The elbows are underneath your shoulders and slightly wider than your shoulders. Yeah. Keep your feet together. Inhale into your belly. As you exhale, drive the pelvis into the floor. Feel lengthening through the lower back. Now allow the shoulder blades to glide in towards the spine, closing the elevator doors. And then exhale, pressing through the forearms, opening the elevator doors. The neck stays nice and long. Inhale, release the shoulder blades towards the spine. Exhale, push, widen. And slowly release. Exhale and widen. So stay here, the pelvis is pressing down into the floor. Slowly move your head over to the right shoulder, looking towards the right shoulder. Maybe even further, your eyes can move further, and maybe you can see your right heel. Go back to center, and over to the other side. And back to center. Then slowly release. Put your head down, gently sway your hips side to side. So let's roll onto our back.
Okay.
Have your blanket under your head. Have your long resistance band under your middle back. We'll use it in a few moments. So I want our knees bent, feet on the ground, and then your arms will be sort of in an L shape like this. So your upper arm is in line with your shoulder, and your forearm is lifted perpendicular to the ceiling. And I want you to just soften your arms. See if you can pretend they're like tulips, right? They're hanging down. If the angle of your upper arm is bothering your shoulder, you can find the angle that works for you, maybe slightly lower than the shoulder, or if it feels fine, have like elbow in line with your shoulder. And soften your arms. And your elbow is okay like this, Gloria? I can hear you now. Yeah?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
See that the forearm is perpendicular to the floor. See how it's dropping? Yeah. And just bring your awareness into your hands. Bev, can you relax your arms? So pretend there are two, not your hands, sorry, your hands. So your forearm is pointing up and your palm is kind of hanging down. Yeah. So as you inhale, softly opening your palm towards the sky. As you inhale. And then as you exhale, you're softening your arm, your hand, like it's a tulip, and you're allowing the fingertips to go down and softly closing until you feel the fingertips just touching your palm. Very softly, no effort. But the forearm is pointing up towards the sky, and you have like an L shape through the arm. And then you inhale and you're slowly opening the hands out. And really stay aware of the sensation in your hands. And as you exhale, you're softening the hand till you feel the fingertips just touching your palm softly. Close your eyes so you can really focus on the sensation in your hands. Let's do the right hand only. As you inhale, you're softly opening the palm, nice and soft. And then as you exhale, you allow the hand to close into like a very soft shape till your fingertips are touching the palm. One more time on the right side, opening and closing on the exhale. Beautiful. Now let's try the left side. So keep your right hand where it is, nice and soft. your forearm is perpendicular to the sky. Lisa, see how your forearm is falling sort of back behind you? Have it perpendicular to the floor. Yeah. Your shoulder is in line with the elbow, but the forearm is perpendicular like this. Yeah. So as you inhale, we're softly opening the hand up towards the sky. As you exhale, you bring it down. And just see how your left side feels now. Does it feel like it's softer than your right side when you were opening and closing? Or does it require more effort? Can you try to do this with as least possible, with the littlest amount of effort as possible? So as you inhale, you're opening the hand up. And as you exhale, you're softening. Nice. Now see if you can gently press through the right elbow, press into the floor, and feel how your right shoulder blade is gently lifting underneath you. And then soften and let go. And again, pressing through the right elbow, feel your right shoulder blade. And exhale and soften. The hands are soft, like tulip flowers pointing down. One more time on the right side, pressing into the right elbow. Feel how it's connecting to the movement in the right shoulder blade. And then exhale and soften. And try the left side. So pressing the left elbow into the floor. Feel the connection into the shoulder blade. And then soften. Press into the elbow. Feel the connection into the shoulder blade. The least amount of effort possible. Very lazy. Soften. One more time. Gently pressing. Feel the shoulder blade. And soften. Beautiful. So now we'll add the rotation of our neck. So pressing down into the right shoulder, into the right elbow, turn your head away from that right hand over to the left shoulder. Again, nice and soft, slowly. Exhale, come back. Inhale here. As you exhale, pressing into the right elbow, the hand is soft and rotating your head over to the left shoulder with the least amount of effort possible. Come back to center. One more time. Inhale here. As you exhale, pressing into the right elbow and turning your head nice and slow over to the left side. Beautiful, relax. And I will do it on the left side. So pressing gently the left elbow into the floor. Feel the connection to the shoulder blade. And continue this movement through your neck to look towards your right hand. Soften your hands. Notice if there's some tension building up in your fingertips. Yeah, come back to center. Inhale in the center. As you exhale, pressing the left elbow into the floor. Feel the connection to the shoulder blade and moving your head over to look at your right hand. And come back to center. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, gently driving the left elbow to the floor. Feel that shoulder blade lift off ever so slightly as you turn your head over to the right shoulder. Come back to center. Relax your arms by your sides. Take a moment here. Just keep awareness in your fingertips, in your wrists. And notice how your right hand feels compared to your left hand. Where do you feel more tension or more softness? Now notice if your palms are facing down into the floor. See if you can rotate your arms so you're on the edges, on the sides, on the pinky side of your hand. And see if it changes the sensation in your arms, in your hands. Lovely. Without judgment, just noticing whatever sensation you're experiencing. Now let's hold on to the edges of our resistance band. Move the band so it's underneath your shoulder blades, just below the shoulder blades. And the knees are still bent, feet on the ground. So let's only move the right arm. We're gonna pull on the band and reach the arm up towards the sky. See how much resistance you want there. So the arm will move smoothly without any shaking, but you feel the resistance from the bend. We'll pull on the bend and we'll feel the resistance, and we'll keep the ribcage heavy on the bend. And then slowly allow the shoulder blade to move towards the floor, settle on the ground, and then pull your arm up towards the sky again. Feel the shoulder blade lift off from the floor, and then slowly down. One more time, reach. Shoulder blade lifts off the ground, and then you slowly bring it down. And then soften the right arm. Register both shoulder blades on the ground. Feel the weight of those shoulder blades. Notice if the right side feels different from the left. Now we're going to reach the left arm up towards the sky. Notice that resistance from the bend across your mid-back. Keep it heavy on the bend, and now pull the arm up towards the sky, and then slowly, slowly down. Inhale here. As you exhale, reach the left arm up. Feel the left shoulder blade move away from the spine. And exhale down. Inhale. As you exhale, reach the arm up. And then slowly down. And relax the arm. Take a moment to feel the shoulder blades again. Does the right side feel the same as the left side? Now let's straighten the left leg. We'll keep the right leg bent. And we'll reach the right arm up towards the sky. Pull on the bend. The arm stays in line with your shoulder. Now we'll reach the arm up towards the sky. Feel the shoulder blade lift off the ground. Start pressing to the right foot, roll onto your left side. Keep pulling on the bend. Your head will have to lift off the blanket. And then slowly come back. And release the arm down and soften your elbow. We'll do 2 more times. Let's reach the arm up. Feel that resistance through the bend across your mid-back. Reach the arm up. Now feel the shoulder blade lift off the ground. Pushing through the foot, slowly roll yourself onto the left side. Reach the arm forward. And slowly come back. And soften the elbow. And one more time. Inhale. Reach the arm forward, up. As you exhale, keep reaching up. Feel the shoulder blade move away from the spine. Press into the right foot and roll over onto the left side. And slowly come back. And soften the elbow. Let's find that L shape in the right arm again. Soften the right fingertips, the right hand.
Move your head over to the left, press into the right elbow, and then come back to center. Just see if anything has changed on the side. Pressing to the right elbow, soft hand, moving your head over to the left shoulder. Come back to center. And one last time. Pressing to the right elbow, moving the head over to the left shoulder. Beautiful. And we'll switch sides. So bend your left leg, straighten your right. Hold the band in your left hand and we'll reach the arm up. Make sure the band is still hugging you towards mid-back and you feel that resistance. Inhale, as you exhale, reach the arm up towards the ceiling. Make sure the resistance is just right for you, not too much, not too little. Pressing to the left foot, rolling into the right side. Reach the arm. Feel the shoulder blade move away from the spine. Slowly go back. And soften. Inhale here. As you exhale, reach the arm up. Feel the resistance from the bend. Pushing to the foot, rolling into the right side. Reach. Stretch the band. Feel the shoulder blade move away from the spine. And slowly go back. And release the arm. One more time. Reach the arm. Pull on the bend. Feel the shoulder blade move away from the spine. Reach. Pressing through the left foot. Rolling over onto the side. The neck is in line with your spine. Pressing out into the bend across your mid-back. And then slowly come back. And then release the bend. Now L shape through your left arm. The upper arm is in line with the shoulder if it doesn't bother the shoulder. The forearm is perpendicular to the floor. The hand is soft. So you're gently driving the elbow into the ground. Feel the left shoulder blade lift up gently off the floor as you move your head over to the right. And then come back to center. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to the floor and the neck rotates. And your eyes are going over to the right shoulder. And come back to center. One more time, inhale. The left hand is soft. Exhale, gently pressing through the left elbow. Feel the left shoulder blade and moving your head over to the right. And come back to center. Beautiful. Release the arms by your sides. Straighten your legs and just take a moment here and again. Register the sensation on the right side of the body. The right hand.
And then the left side of the body. Your left hand, your left arm.
We'll bend the knees again. Feet on the ground. We'll have the gorgeous ball between our knees. And the resistance band will move down to our lower back. So find that resistance across the lower back. Hold your band in such a way that it feels like the band wants to lift your lower back off the floor. Squeezing the ball with your knees so you feel that resistance. As you inhale, tipping your pelvis forward, giving into the resistance from the band. And as you exhale, tipping your pelvis back and pressing your lower back into the band, into the resistance. Inhale and tip the pelvis forward. Exhale, tip it back. Pressing the lower back into the band. Now we'll add a tiny little move through the neck. As you inhale and tip the pelvis forward, you'll tuck the chin in, lengthening the neck. As you exhale, you're tipping the pelvis back and you're gently lifting your chin up, tiny bit. Inhale, tipping the pelvis forward, tucking the chin in. Exhale, tipping the pelvis back and slightly lifting the chin up. One last time. Tipping the pelvis forward. Feel the arch increase in your lower back, tucking the chin in. And as you exhale, tip your pelvis back, press into the bend and lifting your chin up ever so slightly. Beautiful. Now come back to neutral. Release the bend. Allow your arms to rest by your sides. Now we'll try that same move, but now without the bend, still squeezing the cortisol between our knees. And we'll come up into the bridge. We'll do it segmentally, trying to press each vertebra into the floor, one after another. We'll start with an inhale, tipping the pelvis forward towards your heels, as though the bend is lifting your lower back off the ground. Tuck your chin in here. As you exhale, tipping the pelvis back, try to release the lower back into the ground, one vertebra at a time. Feel how they are pressing into the ground one after another. You'll have to really engage the core here to achieve that articulation. Pressing into your feet. Start lifting your hips up slowly from the floor, but make sure you feel your spine pressing into the ground, bone by bone by bone, so they're becoming heavier, one after another. And you'll lift up as high as you're comfortable. Feel where the pressure point is on your back now. Squeezing the ball between your knees. Inhale at the top, and then slowly try to go down again, bone, releasing one bone to the ground at a time, nice and slow. And notice the parts of the spine that can move in sequential order, and parts that want to move as a big chunk. Inhale and tip your pelvis forward, tuck your chin in. Exhale, slowly tipping the pelvis back. Feel your lower back pressing into the ground segmentally. Start pressing to your feet and slowly lifting yourself up. Keep your awareness in your spine and how the pressure is moving up your spine. You're pressing the vertebra into the floor one after another. Inhale at the top and slowly go back down, bone by bone by bone. Beautiful. Now take the ball out. Widen your feet so that they're on the edges of your mat. Widen your arms. And then we'll slowly move our knees side to side, like the windshield wipes on your car. And just notice that gentle rotation through the lower back. Notice if taking your knees to the right and moving your head over to the left feels different from taking the knees over to the left and allowing your head to rotate over to the right. Come back to center. Now bring your right thigh up and your right hand will gently press into the right thigh and you will create a little bit of resistance. Now we're stabilizing the spine, it stays in that same neutral shape. is you're pressing your thigh into your palm and the palm into the thigh. Press. And slowly, slowly let that go. We'll do the other side. So left thigh comes in towards the chest and the left hand is pushing into the thigh. Flex your left foot. Feel how your body, your upper body, and your torso, your entire torso has to stabilize to allow for that resistance. You're pressing the head into the thigh and the thigh into the hand. If it aggravates your elbow, Gloria, just don't do it too hard, right? Only do where it's comfortable, no pain. And slowly bring that foot back down. Now we'll do a cross pattern. We'll press the right hand into the left thigh. Gently pressing, creating resistance back. Relax your jaw, relax your neck. Pressing and noticing how your body is reacting. Now your right arm is connecting to the left leg. How your core is reacting. Nothing changes in the shape of your spine. And now slowly release. And we'll do left hand into the right thigh. Nothing changes through your spine. You're gently pressing the hand into the thigh and resisting the thigh back. The neck is long. And slowly release. Beautiful. Now we'll widen our feet and we'll find that L shape through the arms again. So the upper arm is roughly in line with the shoulder, if this feels good. And your upper arm and your forearm is perpendicular to the floor and the hands are soft. So now see if you can move your right knee in towards the midline, keeping your left knee vertical. The feet are on the ground, yeah? Notice that gentle spiral that goes into your lower back when you move your knee in towards the midline. Now come back to center. Let's revisit that gentle pushing through the elbow. And then you feel your shoulder blade, so on the right side. And then your head gently turns over to the left. And then you come back to center. Relax your hands, soften your hands. There you go. See how interesting the tension goes into the hands. Gently pressing the right elbow into the floor. Feel the right shoulder blade gently lift off the ground. Turn your head over to the left and allow your right knee to go in towards the midline. And feel that spiral in your spine. And slowly come back to center. One more time on the right side. The right elbow presses into the floor. Feel the right shoulder blade. Feel the whole ribcage gently rotating over to the left as your head turns over to the left and your knee moves in across midline. And slowly come back to center. Let's try it on the other side. The opposite knee stays still, right? So let's try it on the left leg. You're allowing the left knee to come in towards midline. I'll turn this way so you see me from a different angle. The feet are slightly wider than your hips and your knee goes in and out. Left knee in, the right knee stays still. And as you bring the knee in, try to sense that gentle rotation through the lower back. It's a tiny bit. Right, your hip takes your pelvis with it, and that creates a gentle spiral, very small in the lower back, and then bring it back up. And now we're going to press the left elbow into the floor, feel the left shoulder blade gently lift off the ground as you look, rotate your head over to the right elbow, and then come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, driving gently the left elbow to the floor. Feel the left shoulder blade and your head rotates over to the right and your eyes follow and then come back to center. Now we'll add the leg. So inhale here. Exhale, elbow, gently press into the floor. Feel the shoulder blade. Now your knee moves in towards midline and your head rotates over to the right. And come back to center. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, gently pressing the elbow to the floor. Feel the shoulder blade. Now feel your rib cage rotating over to the right ever so slightly, and your knee goes in towards midline, and your head rotates to the right. Beautiful. And come back to center. So now the legs will stay how they are. The hands are soft. Rotate just your neck over to the left. Come back to center. And then over to the right. Come back to center. Notice if it feels different on the left. Moving to the left. Come back to center. And over to the right. Now we'll add a gentle pressing through the right elbow as you turn your head over to the left. Feel the rotation of your ribs now, and notice how the rotation of the neck actually happens in your middle back, through the rib cage, through your mid-spine, and then slowly come back to center. Inhale here, gently pressing through the left elbow, moving your head over to the right, and feel how this movement is coming from your mid-back in your T-spine, the rotation in your neck. Come back to center. One more time each side. Gently pressing the right elbow into the floor, allowing the head to move over to the left, and feel the rotation in your middle back, the T-spine, as your ribs gently rotate over to the left. Come back to center. One last time on the left. The left elbow presses down. The rib cage moves, the head goes over to the right side. Beautiful. Now back to center. Release your fingertips onto your rib cage. Allow your knees to come together. Take a moment here, breathing into the bottom ribs. Feel how they expand on the inhale, creating more space for the lungs. And how they soften and let go on the exhale. Couple more times. You can keep your eyes closed. Try to soften them underneath the eyelids. Beautiful. Roll onto one side so you can see the screen. Have your porges ball under the side of your head. And your tuna balls. We'll do some hip circles. And we'll see how our spine feels now that we're moving. That ball keeps running away from you, Wendy. So we'll squeeze the porges balls, the therapy balls inside your top knee. With your head is resting on that porges ball. So try to find neutral shape through the spine. Pretend your resistance band is across your upper mid-back and you're gently pressing out into it. You're squeezing the therapy balls inside your top knee. And you can help anchor your upper body by pressing the fingertips into the floor in front of you. We'll take the thigh back behind us. Keep pressing out through the mid-back, right? as though you still have that band there. And the knee goes up as the heel goes down, and you pull your leg through to complete the circle. Breathing through the nose, squeezing those balls inside the knee so that the leg is engaged. Move slowly, paying attention to your breath, allowing the breath to flow without any restriction, and staying aware of the space inside your ribs, inside your chest cavity. Couple more times. Flex the foot so the leg is engaged. Your bottom leg stays heavy on the ground. Beautiful. And then release. Take the balls. And then tap yourself gently where you felt the effort. And now let's come up and we'll switch sides. Nice and slow. Squeeze the ball inside your top knee. Check in with the shape of your spine. Is it in neutral? Gently pressing out through the mid-back into that imaginary bend. Squeeze the ball and then move your thigh back. And then the knee goes up as the heel goes down. Slow, slow, complete the circle. Flex your right foot. So you're pulling the top of the foot up towards the shin. Nice and slow. Notice if the side feels different from your original side. Try to use less effort and more awareness. See what it feels like on this side. Keeping the shape of your spine the same, moving at the hip. And last time, nice and slow. See if any tension is building up in your neck and your jaw. Beautiful. And then take the balls out, top. Now let's roll onto our back and we'll keep the gorgeous ball under the nape of our neck. If this feels good for your neck. So just the ball goes right into the curve of your neck. And of course you can sort of move around. If it doesn't feel right, just rest on your blanket. Let's relax our eyes here. So first with your eyes closed, your knees are bent, feet on the ground. Keep your lids heavy and just move your eyes under the closed eyelids. So move your eyes as high as possible, as though you're trying to see something way up above your head without moving your head and opening your eyelids. Then move your eyes all the way down as though you're trying to see something right in front of your toes without opening the eyelids and moving your head. Come back to center. Move your right eyes as far to the right as possible. Notice if your neck wants to help. Or maybe I sort of feel it in my lower back when I move my eyes to the right. Come back to center. And then move your eyes all the way to the left. Come back to center. Now do a slow circle with your eyes. So trying to hit all those points as though you were tracing the face of a clock with your eyes underneath your closed eyelids. Breathing through the nose, slowly. Notice which direction sort of wakes up some or activates your neck or maybe other parts of your body. You'll be surprised if you pay really close attention that moving the eyes lights up different parts of the body. They want to help. Switch the direction of the circle. See if this direction feels more challenging. Beautiful. And now let's rub our hands together. Create some heat between the palms. And then we'll place the palm over our eyes with the ball of the hand on your cheekbone. So your palm is covering your eyes without pinching your nose. So you can still breathe comfortably through the nose. But you create complete darkness under the palms of your hands. You allow your eyes to soften and sink deep into the sockets of your eyes. And try to see a deep, dark purple close to black color. If you cannot see it, just try to visualize deep, deep purple, very close to black. Keep softening your eyes. If you see some whiter parts, some brighter parts, and some darker parts, try to visualize the darker, the blacker parts become larger and larger till they fill up the whole space that you're able to see under your closed eyelids. Notice your breathing. So nice and soft, long inhales, long exhales. And now slowly move your palms over your eyes. Take the gorgeous bowl from underneath you, release your head down. Keep your neck long by gently tucking the chin in. And then slowly move your head side to side with the least amount of effort possible. Try to sense the movement in your entire spine as you move your head side to side. How this rotation moves down your spine. And come back to center. Notice how the right side of your body feels. How the left side of your body feels. Notice which part of your body feels the heaviest. And try to make the entire body to feel just as heavy. And start moving your fingertips gently on your toes, softly. Feel this movement radiate up your arms, into your shoulders, into your neck. And the movement of your toes radiate up your ankles, up your shins, up your thighs, up your hips, up your belly. And then slowly roll onto your side. And press yourself up.